The crew of a Norwegian tanker attacked in the Gulf of Oman has made it safely to Dubai, but their ship is still waiting for a tugboat in the waters off of Iran. Now, a U.S. official says Iranian boats are blocking the vessel from leaving. However, the owner of the ship says it has no information or details about this. It's just one of the many contradictions following this attack. Here's CNN senior diplomatic correspondent Michelle Kaczynski.
A tanker still smolders in the Gulf of Oman after it was attacked Thursday. While a U.S. official tells CNN's Barbara Starr Iran is trying to prevent it from being towed. Another official saying when an American drone tracked Iranian boats prior to these attacks on two ships, Iran then fired a surface-to-air missile at it. It missed. The source did not say the drone captured the Iranian boats conducting an actual attack. A string of incidents now that the U.S. squarely blames on Iran.
Iran did do it, and you know they did it because you saw the boat.
The president referring to this extraordinary video shot from a U.S. aircraft and released by the Pentagon, showing what U.S. officials say is a boat from Iran's elite Revolutionary Guard coming up to the hull of the Japanese tanker hours after it was rocked by an explosion and removing what a U.S. official says was an unexploded mine. To hide the evidence, Iran was behind it. In photos, you also see the damage to the hull from the first explosion. One senior diplomatic source from a U.S. ally telling CNN it is now virtually certain Iran did this. That same source pointing out, though, that there seems to be what they called a straight line from U.S. actions, leaving the Iran nuclear deal, sanctioning Iran, increasing the military posture in the region, to what is happening now. Iran is feeling the pressure and lashing out, but not changing its behavior, not coming back to the negotiating table, at least not yet. The president today insisting his policy is working.
They've changed a lot since I've been president, I can tell you. Now, all of a sudden, they're pulling back. They're pulling back from everywhere.
Sources tell CNN there is evidence Iran feels the financial pinch, its oil sales hampered by sanctions, that it is tougher now for Iran to fund its many proxy operations overseas.
We have an international situation there in the Middle East. It's not a U.S. situation.
Yet attacks like these continue to send a message to the U.S. in threat and fire that Iran won't be deterred for now.
So Iran is denying any involvement and saying the U.S. doesn't have a shred of evidence. Of course, the U.S. feels its evidence is crystal clear, but what is not clear is what does the U.S. do next? The acting Secretary of Defense says the immediate goal is to build international consensus that Iran is behind this. And what we're hearing from U.S. allies is an agreement with the U.S. assessment, but not the blatant blaming of Iran that the U.S. is doing, at least not yet. And the Europeans, of course, want to hold on to what's left of the Iran nuclear deal. And remember, even in the investigation that came out of the last tanker attacks that happened only weeks ago, those countries that were involved determined at the UN that a state actor was to blame, but they did not name Iran.